There it is. There it is. There it is right there. Very good, sir. What's up,
Amazon is sending it to you, darling.
Can't wait.
I gotta get more lively. God.
They're fighting, man.
Holy cow.
Jesus
$400.
Christ.
Right there.
Jeffrey, I say we gotta keep the show running for a long time now, right?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
Formally, I'd like to congratulate your new sergeant, Jeffrey Gamer.
What?
You just got sergeant, bro.
Are you serious?
Yo, man. That's so
Wow, man. Holy shit. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Baskin.
Here we go. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! No, do I? What? Fucking go, boy! Go!
Wow.
Go!
I really appreciate you guys having me on here, man, and I look forward to the podcast next week.
Absolutely,
Talking more with you guys.
Yeah,
Talking
man.
with you guys. This was a great opportunity, man, and I'm very blessed to have definitely be able to get in contact with you guys. It's awesome.
Niche. You know what? English. Who cares? What are you laughing at, CJ?
My wife sent me something, man.
She's always sending him something, but she tries to get him to laugh on camera.
I think she does it on purpose. Uh-oh, I think you got your work cut out for you, brother.
Be prepared.
No, guys, thank you very much. Cookies, Criminal Justice, Jeffrey Gamer, thank you guys very much for having me. It's been an absolute blast. We've gone way over time, but, time flies when you are having fun.
Dig watching LSPDFR roleplay. Wanna run with the big dogs? Well, here's your chance to Meet the Gamers. And now to the man with the plan, Jeffrey Gamer. And the Gamers sang.
Sang. What's going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome to another episode of, I almost said SLRP. Meet the Gamers, episode 57, y'all. 57. I already see Miss Darcy J up in the chat. Happy birthday. We are going to sing to you tonight, Miss Darcy J. What are you, 22? 21? 22? Hash has him a young wife. What is up, Miss Darcy J? Everybody in the chat, big shout out to Miss Darcy J. Big birthday shout out. Let me see this chat light up with happy birthdays to Miss Darcy J. Let's see here. We are deafened right now. That's the only time we deafen during the show is at the beginning of the show. Chris Roman is here. What's up, Chris? Love you, brother. Get you some rest. NTK Hulk, the Mexican, is here. All the sponsors up in the chat. What is going on? A big round of applause to all the sponsors. There's Pherem. Pherem was having camera difficulties, but looks like he's got it now. We're going to go ahead and, not that one. We're going to go ahead and move this up. And we're going to drop it right about there. Nope. Come on, you booger. See it just moving around. We're just going to leave it there. I don't care. Jasmeet is here. Matt West Gaming. NTK Hulk. Olivia is here. Hello, Olivia. Michael Tingley. Drake Sullivan is here. Drake, how you feeling, brother, after your surgery there? Wallbanger's here. Gamertron. Top of the security team right there. Hashtag, what's up, Hash? Baskin is here. He says, I'm famous. Mexican, 5 more days. Okay. The new lighting does look good, doesn't it, Baskin? Wikizi's here. Wikizi, the winner of the surprise 200 subscriber giveaway yesterday. Wikizzi was the winner of that. Bleach Gravity is here. Nicholas Peel, Nerdbound Gaming. Hello, Stacy. What is up, Stacy? How you doing? BP Gaming is here. Benjamin is here. Erica M is here. I believe we are all caught up. We are all caught up. I appreciate everybody coming out and chilling on our 57th episode of Meet the Gamers. And there's Angel right there. Welcome, Angel. All right, everybody. We are going to go ahead and go into the room here. And here we go. What's up, Pherem?
What's up, man?
What's going on? Yeah, we had you that we just we got to do our whole intro spiel, and we don't want to bore you with all those details.
I thought that's what it was. I was freaking out because we were having camera issues.
Well, it's good to see your camera working now, man.
We had to. I had to pull a lot of strings to get off work just to get on this show.
Really? Do you mind me asking what you do for a living?
So I work in the restaurant industry, so I do morning prep and sometimes dish. Just simple stuff. But no, I went to my boss, and he usually lets. I usually can get any time off. I have a lot of leeway there. And I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I got to have May 1st off. I'm going to be on Meet the Gamers. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, he's like, that's why you want time off? And I was like, absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what I have time off.
Tell him we're bigger than Leno. I don't know what the hell he's talking. We're big time over here. Big time over here.
Pherem, you look really familiar. I don't know if I've seen you stream.
Do you
live stream?
You know, I used to live stream a lot, but lately with my work schedule, with being in the restaurant, everything, like, we've had so much turnover that, like, my schedule, 1 week I'm working the day shift, next week I'm working the night shift, so it's been extremely hard to just stay on a consistent schedule. Yeah.
He was in. I think you joined us on our 50th episode, right? Weren't you one of the folks that came in for the 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's where I recognize.
Yeah. I recognize the background. I remember because we talked about his background. Yeah. So this is Pherem. I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your name?
So my tag is Pherem Sicario, and my actual real name is Mike.
I'm just gonna call you Mike. Can I call you
Sicario? Yes, I got it right, man.
Pherem Sicario. I only knew it because I watch his tutorials, and you start every video off with, "Hey, everybody, it's Pherem Sicario." You know, where did your name come from?
So my name came. So originally, my name was just Hitman. Like everything I had, every gamer tag was always Hitman something. And I remember I deleted the tag, and I went to go make another Hitman account. And I cannot stand tags with a bunch of numbers at the end. So every time I tried to put Hitman in, it wouldn't work. So one day, no lie, I was watching the Sicario movie, and I was like, okay, that will go good. And then me and my buddy used to play Halo 2, doing 2v2s and tournaments and stuff.
Halo, man.
And so our team name was Pherem. So I just combined the two together, and it went from there.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and with my intro, when I do like my LSPDFR tutorials, the main reason why I always say, hi, my name is Pherem Sicario, is because I always get messages, hey man, how do you say your name? Hey man, how do you say your name? So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say it every time I go to do one of my tutorials.
Yeah, I think also that's like a common introduction too. Like when you first start your tutorials, like I'm the same way. When I do my tutorials, I'm like, what's going on, guys? Criminal justice here, and I think it's just something that. As a community, I think we all do that, but I think it's a good thing that we do that we introduce ourselves in the first part of that video. I think it's important, man. But yeah, I got your last name right because I was so afraid because I'm so good at butchering names, and I was so afraid I was going to butcher your name when I was introducing the audience a while ago. But guys, Pherem is linked at the very top of my description, ladies and gentlemen. Go check him out and show him some love. Subscribe to his channel and go check out his content. He's got some really good stuff, guys. Really good stuff.
Gotta watch out for Streamlabs, Wikizzi. She'll time you out in a heartbeat.
Speaking of when we have to give like our shout out, especially with LSPDFR, I get so nervous when I go to get ready to do some new tutorial and I see the person's name and I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Oh yeah,
I've had ones like that, and I'll be like, this guy right here, and I'll just I'll wave the mouse, over his name, like this is the person right here.
Who was the one guy that I kept calling him? Oh, it was Bobo. I always called him Little
Bobo.
Bobo.
You were
For the
calling him-
longest time, I
You
called
were,
him Little
dude.
Bobo.
And finally, I was like,
Jeffrey
CJ,
finally
it's-
asked me, he's like, dude, it's Bobo. It's Bobo. And then another guy in our community named Cameron Great One. I've been calling him Cameron Greatstone for I don't know how long.
That's funny.
And
I call
heard-
him Gratone. I was calling him Gratone, and it didn't dawn on me that it's Great One, dude. That's
I don't
so
know why
crazy
I
you said
thought
that.
That there was an S in front of that name, but I don't know why. But I heard Jeffrey call him by his proper name on the street. I was like, oh, okay, it's Great One. I was like,
And CJ would be sincere too. He'd be like, "Hey, little Bobo's in the house. Hey, little Bobo, how you doing today?" Oh my
man.
God, I'm getting
I was
people in the
so
chat.
embarrassed.
Can I just say it is great to see Cookies here because I remember all that things that you guys were going through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were just talking about that before we went on air. How much we love Cooks and you know things that we have no problem doing to get him back on the show, because as much as I and anybody knows, especially him, CJ, I love rolling with CJ. Anytime we go live, and so it wasn't a lack of that when Cookies wasn't here. It felt incomplete. You know what I mean?
It did.
Right.
So I reached out to CJ. So
Yeah.
for those that don't know, the streams are demonetized. These streams are demonetized so that we can have Cookies on the show, and it's something that I went to CJ on, and we talked about it, and CJ was like, "Hell yeah, man, demonetize it, fuck
Yeah.
it," you know.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you know, it is what it is.
We
man.
love having Tony back on. Don't be a stranger, Mr. Stranger. What's going on, man? Mr.
I
DR.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys letting me.
Yeah,
back
man.
on, though. I've always
So-
since day one.
So how did you
Why
guys all end up meeting?
Oh, well, it
Oh,
started.
that's,
It started with me messaging. Well, it started with me watching all of CJ's videos, like every fucking video. I was watching him faithfully, you know, and I reached out to CJ and asked him if he wanted to do this show, this Meet the Gamer show, and during the whole beginning of that, we hit it off. Like CJ and I we hit it off. And,
From day one.
Yeah, and then Cookies started going around. Right, you were subscribed to CJ first, right, Cooks?
Me, yeah.
Cookies started going through. Yeah,
I think I actually knew Cookies before I knew you, Jeffrey.
You
I
might
think I
have.
did.
You might have.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember who reached out to me. I think it was Cookies. I think you went to
Yeah, that's
Cookies,
Tony. That's my brother-in-law,
and you
Tony. Don't
played
be a
Fortnite
stranger.
with
What's
me,
up, man?
and
What's up,
Jeffrey had
Tony?
asked you to reach out to me about Meet the Gamers. That's how all this came about. So
Hey, thanks, John.
Yeah, I remember that.
Says the camera
playing
looks
Fortnite
great.
with you, and we had a lot of fun, man. We need to do that again sometime, dude.
DJ is the only person that I have ever sit through a 3-hour video for, ever. Like it's like he is like my go-to. Like if I miss something up on LSPDFR, especially
Okay,
from the
Stacey.
beginning, I'm just like I just go
Cryptococcus
through the whole thing. I
neoformans?
just
I don't know
grab one of the
what
old
that
videos because
is.
all of it still installs all the same, no matter how much they update.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot, man. I tell anybody that because I have yet to go back and watch that. I tell anybody who can sit through that 3-hour tour, I was like, you're a trooper, man. If you can sit
Yeah.
through that entire video and watch it, I mean, that's a lot of links to go through. That's a lot of stuff to download. That's a lot of listening and teaching you how to set your keybinds so nothing clashes, you know. So if anybody can sit through that, man, more power to you guys.
But at the
because
same
I have
time,
yet
when
to do
you
it.
at the same time though, the way you do it, it's satisfying to the watcher to actually see the shit working as they're watching it. Okay, yeah, you should drop this in here, and when you do, this is what's going to happen. Just like when you said compressed and encrypted. All right, when you drop this file in, the encrypted is going to go away, but the compressed is going to stay. So when you drop that file in, you see that encrypted go, and then you always said that's how you know it took. That's how you know it went in. So when they're doing that shit and you see it go away, you're like, all right, fuck yeah, man. I did. Like that worked. Like that did it, you know? So yeah, I'm getting people saying that.
I think one of
Pherem
the
looks like
only thing that's what does Pherem look like? What?
Dale Earnhardt. Now people are saying you look like Dale Earnhardt.
You know, I
Dale
do
Earnhardt
still
Jr.
get that a lot. I've got that probably for like God, going on like 20 years. Like
I can definitely
crazy.
see that.
I can
Dale
see it.
Earnhardt Jr.
Sound
Yeah,
like him too.
definitely.
You kind of sound like him in a little bit too.
Definitely, I can see that, man. Yeah.
Oh man, I
That's
should
just
change the
those
title of
amazing
my
audio filters.
Let me change the title of my video. Episode 57 with special guest Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Dude, you know how many people would come?
Clickbait.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Shout out for me and Cookies having the same chair.
Oh no shit! Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Did you just swear,
Big
Matthew?
Historical moment.
Did you just swear?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Did you ever hear him swear? CJ? Oh, he might be deaf.
He's
Sorry, I was talking to my audience. Do
No, it's
what
okay.
now?
Did you ever hear Cookie swear on camera? Maybe
not
I
on
did.
Camera.
I think I have in your live
There we go.
streams.
That's the influence I bring.
Not on camera.
Well,
I
I
haven't.
mean,
I have heard
I
him
do
swear,
it.
just not on camera.
I do it a lot in roleplay too.
In
That's
roleplay,
funny
that's
is
what I've
that-
heard him do it. Yeah, it's roleplay. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
So
I did.
before I came on the show, this is probably like, I want to say like, because I was pretty on the back list, so probably like a month before I was preparing myself, because I try not to curse too much, because I especially like for CJ, because I know he's into his religion and everything. So I was just like, I'm going to try to be, respectful for people that don't like a whole lot of cursing. Yeah, we all curse here and there, but we all just make sure that we're not blowing everybody up with a bunch of F
Right.
this and all that.
Yeah.
It's just like my boss is a bishop at his church, and so when he says the F word, like at work, like it's rare, like extremely rare. Like he has to be really, really mad in order to, shoot it out.
Yeah, that's me. See, I don't really ever curse on my channel. Now, the time that you will hear me curse, and it might be the word piss or something like that. I might say it on SRP when I'm having to run in with the police. That's about it.
I've heard
Yeah.
CJ go a little harder than that when he has trolls.
But when
come
I
in his
get
chat.
mad, the F word,
Oh,
the
yes.
F word is like I try not to. Trust me, I try not to, because I am a believer. I'm a
Hey, what's up, Baskin?
I was raised on the
Or
good book. My dad's been
Baskin.
an ordained evangelist for many
Beep
years.
beep. Did I say what's
so
up,
I
beep
try
beep to you
not
already?
to, but our
Let me play the
human
sound
nature,
again for all of our
when we get
sponsors.
upset, it's just a natural thing for us to do.
It
man.
really
Just
is.
Spit it out, man.
Yeah.
So it's just natural. We're designed to fail. We are designed to make mistakes. If we weren't, then it's a lot of things biblically would be in vain. You know what I mean? So
Yep. I love it, John. I love when people ask questions about our guests in the chat.
yeah.
Here we
Goldenest
go. Better set up
Gamer.
for this one.
Goldenest Gamer wants to know, what color thongs do you have? No, I'm just joking. What kind of PC do you have, and what's your favorite games?
Ooh, okay.
That's a good
So
question.
I have two PCs. One's a custom gaming PC. I wish I could bring up my specs, and then my other one is a streaming PC. I wish I could find my specs. I should have saved my specs. But like my streaming PC is an AMD, and my gaming PC is an Intel. I have a 2080 RTX inside my gaming PC, which is water cooled. My whole thing is water cooled. I have pipes running through inside my graphics card, so the pipes are connected. So it's got flowing water. It's a self-maintenance one, so I don't have to worry about the reservoir running out. My gaming PCs, I probably put a little over $5,000 into it, but my streaming PC is like a flat $600, because when you make a streaming PC, all you need is just the video encoding, because you're basically everything that you're having your OBS do and all that other stuff for the video encoding that goes out to the stream just directly runs through the streaming PC, and then the game PC is just your game stuff, so you don't have to worry about resources and all that stuff. Everything just tags through the streaming PC, and it's all good to go.
I thought
So
about
do
doing
you
that.
use both PCs when you do that? Like, do you use your when you're
Yeah,
live
so-
streaming and you're playing games? How do you use two PCs at once on the live stream?
So I run what's called the NDI, which is basically, so normally when you have two PCs, if you had the exact same monitors, you could just connect them both in. But since I have two different monitors, I use the NDI, which runs over the internet, and it's real flawless connection. There's still have to have decent internet, because I'm having two things going at once. So when I do my recording for my LSPDFR stuff, I just use my gaming PC. But when I do my streaming, I turn both on, and you have to have both OBSs. So I have my OBS that's hooked to my stream PC, and then I have my other OBS, and then you turn on your NDI, and then it connects them. So everything that I do here on my game PC, so like if I use my Stream Deck, when I switch my scene, it will automatically switch over to my stream PC. It just automatically does a fluid connection. And then I use what's called mouse without borders, so that way I don't have to use 2 different mouses. I can just flip back between both screens with one mouse.
Nice.
The only thing that is a drawback, though, is like if I'm playing ATS, I have to turn off my mouse without borders, because if I swing that mouse over and it goes to the other screen, next thing you know, you're going to see my truck spinning everywhere.
Right. Right. Now the NDI that you're referring to, is that like a program you have to download on your PC to get that to work?
Yeah. So it's a software that you download, and then there's like a section inside OBS that'll say connect NDI or something like that, and then you just connect. It all does it like through a wizard thing. It all gets connected.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind when I get my, because I'm fixing.
Oh, did you hash? Got it all set?
A 3000 series PC. I'm getting one with.
You got to send me a pic, man. I want to see it.
i9-12 Intel. So I might do that. I might use the one I have now just for my streaming PC and use that for my gaming PC. That way
I thought about that.
And I can see why you would do that, because it saves on wear. Would that not save on wear and tear on one PC?
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, because you got to remember that your stream PC is not doing anything with the game. It's just showing the video output. So you don't have to worry about because when you're using a single PC, like especially like I don't use Streamlabs, I use OBS.
Did I say hash? No, I said Max. Didn't I say Max?
You got to think you're running your game, your stream.
Jesus.
Your OBS.
Yeah, I'm on Hydro. I'm
all on one system. This way, with
my hydrocodone is coming down right now.
Video output and everything's all running through there.
I'm so sorry.
So you can granted, like I have separate audio. Like my audio is separate than your guys. It's like in my OBS, like I have different audio settings to where it's not locked, but it won't go past a certain volume. So like when I play, like if you ever watch my stream. If you when I play like my like something from Spotify, like one of my non-copyright music, right? When I talk, my music will automatically lower down, and then when I stop talking, the music will peak back up. That's way there's not
cool,
that,
man.
Yeah, that's way there's not that conflict of is my music too loud? Do I need to change any settings?
That's pretty cool, man. That's cool that you.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, how do you figure? I wouldn't know where to start on how to figure something like that.
I thought about doing it with my Alienware when I had my PC built. I thought about doing it with my Alienware, but then I just
gave it to
you
still got the Alienware, right?
Well, Jenny uses it. Yeah, Jenny uses it now.
Oh, and then to answer. So what was the other question? My favorite games?
Yes, your favorite games.
Yeah, your favorite games.
All right, so I would say like
up in
New
York,
like a complete
I'm
favorite,
walking here.
But I would have to say like I'm really into simulator games, like American Truck Simulator, anything that's simulator. And I used to, when I first saw people playing American Truck Simulator, I was like, God, who would want to play a game where you're just driving around? And then one day I just tried it out, and I'm like, wow, this is really addicting. Then before you know it, like flash a few months later, I'm sitting there. I bought a steering wheel, bought the pedals, and then it turned into, well, we got a steering wheel for the ATS. Might as well get one for a racing game. So I ended up buying a racing game. Next, I'm buying a shifter. I'm just going all out. And I tell you what, though, when you get really into it, when you're playing those racing games with a shifter and a steering wheel
and a clutch, and the clutch,
yes, I have the clutch. Yep. Like you just like when I really get into it, like I'm sitting there, I'm just punching the clutch, and I
do the same thing. Gears. You know what I feel like when I'm playing Forza, right? And you build a car, right? In WeMod, you got millions of dollars. You can build any car, and you pull out of the one garage, and you get on the highway, right? When you got that clutch and that shifter, you feel like Paul Walker from Fast and the Furious at the beginning of the movie, the very beginning when he pulls up in the Eclipse, and you just see him hitting those. I'm telling you, dude, like I hit that clutch and that gears so hard, but it really does. It immerses you into the game so much more
really
when
does.
You have that clutch and shifter, man. It really, really does.
When I seen you guys like I love watching you guys when you guys do your convoy things. And
It's
I was
fun. Those are
actually
fun.
when I couldn't make it to the thing. I got home late. I was gonna try to make it to run the convoy with you guys, but I like my my steering wheel. I have a force feed steering wheel.
Yep.
So when I hit those terrains, like you should see my desk, like both my PCs start shaking everywhere. My microphone starts going out of place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, mine does the same thing.
It just adds to the realism, man. It
does.
It really does.
Shout out to ATS for making it so easy to make your steering simple. Because when I went to go do mine for my racing games, God, nightmare trying to get everything adjusted.
Does anybody else see my camera flashing
Yes,
green?
I was just about to tell you that.
Why
I don't
is
know
it
why it's
doing that?
It's weird.
It's only done it
I've
since I got
noticed-
this new camera.
That's
It
weird.
just
And then
does like
speaking of
this
other games I like to play,
flash.
I love playing stuff like the Hitman games. You know,
Those are good games.
Anything. I'm not really like I used to be really heavily into like multiplayer, but I'm more or less like I still enjoy multiplayer games, but I like group stuff where we have to like work together, like Ready or Not,
Ready or Not. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
stuff like that.
That was fun
You know,
too, rolling that, which we're gonna do again
Yeah.
sometime in the next week or two, right, Cooks? I know you said you bought it, right?
Yes, I have it. I have it installed. Actually, I was just gonna ask a question about that. So with Ready or Not, I loaded it up the other day when I first got it installed. Let me just say, amazing game. I love the realism. You know, I love the whole SWAT aspect of it and everything. But my only question is, and I'm sure that there is a way, it's really, really dark. And like, is there a way to make it like lighter in a setting, a flashlight? Or...
Mine's not dark.
Mine's like really dark.
There is a
You might
flashlight.
be able to adjust your gamma and your brightness in the game. I think it has brightness and gamma. in
Yeah,
the game.
and
You
there,
can
there's
adjust
a
that.
flashlight attachment too. See, a lot of people don't know when you go to the lockers to pick your gun in that. You know where I'm talking about, Cooks?
No, because like,
Yeah.
I'm like so new. I've only played like a half an hour of the
Yeah,
game.
if
so-
you go to the lockers, which comes off of the briefing room, there's lockers, right, where you pick your gun.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Just
about.
to the left of that locker is a table. A lot of people don't know about that table. Walk up to that table, and that's where you're gonna get your add-ons, your attachments, your flashlight, your laser, your scope, silencer, all that stuff, pistol grip. It's all
That's
at
where
that
you get
table.
your optical cable too, right? The one that looks on the door.
Yep. And I'm telling
Those
you right now,
opticals are
bro,
awesome, man.
it's awesome. Has Mike ever considered joining SLRP?
You should definitely do the flashlight modification cookies.
Oh, so I have been that has crossed my mind. However, it might I might still apply for it just to like obviously like I wouldn't be able to do the police thing because you guys have that on a very strict but just as far as like being CJ, what's your character's name if I
Ricky York.
Ricky
Yeah,
York,
Ricky-
baby.
Ricky
York.
Hey, James. What's up, James? How you doing, brother?
Yeah, I would have to. I would
still
have to
here?
be just a regular, civilian.
Hash says my
especially with
loadout's
my
ready.
work schedule.
It's all good, Wally Wall.
You know, they'll let you come in there as long as you can tell them, and you can come in at least like once a week. They're cool with that because I go in once a week.
I do,
maybe
BP.
once every 2 weeks just because I stay busy, right? And
I
they're
do.
they're more than understanding about it. Like it's a great community being. It's a great bunch of people.
This is tough, y'all.
I thoroughly enjoy being an SRP, and they will be more than willing to work with your schedule if you would like to apply. We'd love to have you in there, man. I'll roll with you, dude.
Yeah, that because I love that realism.
Oh, yeah.
as far. Benzo does it so great. Like I could watch Benzo for hours when he
That's
does
where I
his.
that's where I got it
Yeah,
from, man.
yeah.
Was watch it. That was the whole reason I wanted a gaming PC, was to join a 5M community, because that's all I did was watch Polecat and them play in DOJRP, But if you roll with Ricky York, you will run into the cops. Okay,
You will run.
you may have to pull him off the cops.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cop. Ricky's like a constitutionalist, man. He knows his laws. He knows his constitution. He knows what he can and what he can't do, and he likes to challenge the cops to He's a like show me the law type of guy, right? And then I'm going to show you what you think you know, but I'm going to show you what I know and what's true. Like that's my character, Ricky. Like I told Jeffrey, he's like a younger version of me because I was kind of stubborn when I was younger. Quit texting me, woman. I was I was kind of stubborn when I was younger. Minus the tats, on Ricky. I've still got the curly hair, but he's like a younger version of me, man. But I think he's the only character I got. I do have an old man character named Glenn Garwanda, who's he's kind of an old character. And
I was wondering what you were doing, man, Gamertron.
If you apply and you get in, man, which I'm sure you would. I don't see why they wouldn't accept you. I mean, they love bringing new people in, right? Like that's their thing. They love bringing new people in.
Well, I'm doing interviews now too.
So yeah, and Jeffrey does interviews. So if you can get in, man, let me know. I roll with me and my a good friend of mine, Chris Roman. We roll together quite a bit. So we can always trio up and roll together and get into some chaos and mayhem, man.
Oh, Jeffrey, I was going to ask you, what do you do for a living besides?
I am.
If you don't mind me asking.
No, I don't. I am a supervisor. I supervise about 42 people for a local college here, building services department. So,
okay.
Waxing floors, and I started off as a janitor, and just moved my way up. I was a temp janitor, and I've been there 19 years.
Wow.
Moving my way up, and I'm not leaving there until I can 100,000 subscribers, and I'll leave my job. But until then, I'm there. But now I'm a desk jockey. I was the guy out in the trenches doing the work for about 15 years, and I've been a supervisor for about 4. So that's what I do.
What's funny is, so at my job, like I get asked this all the time, like, hey, why don't you want to move up, or why do you work at this job? Because I do my morning prep, right, for the food and everything, and I do my dishwashing and all that stuff. The main reason why I stay at my job is because I literally live 30 seconds away, walking distance from my job.
No shit.
It's literally, I literally have to just go down the stairs, cut through the bank parking lot, and I'm at work.
Now, what restaurant do you work at? A local, like a locally owned restaurant, or is it like a chain type restaurant?
I work for a chain, so I work for Chili's Bar and Grill.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I've been working there. So I've been working there for years, which right now has been a nightmare because I don't know, like if you guys have any Chili's out to where you live at and stuff.
I do.
But right now it's been a nightmare because now that we have the Maggiano's and the Just Wings, so basically we're running 3 restaurants out of 1 kitchen, which can be like as a customer, like I understand, like people get frustrated, but like it's a nightmare trying to run, you're basically running, 3 restaurants out of 1 kitchen, because all these restaurants are now doing all these, new promotional things, like whether, if you go to a burger place, now they're serving wings at that place, for, just to go, because everybody's just trying to, make their big money. But yeah, that's the main, like I do love the people there, but I cannot. And I try to keep to myself because, especially with the younger people, I try to just bite my tongue because every time they come into work, it's always, hey, what time am I getting cut? What time am I get to go home? And I'm like, you haven't even been on your shift for 20 minutes. You're already asking when you're going to get to go home.
I worked in the restaurant business for a long time, and I got a question for you. But before I ask that question, I want to sing a song, and I 500 points to who can tell me what movie this is from. Okay. You ready?
All right.
It goes closing time. Gonna go to Chili's and hook up with my fucking boys. 500 points to who can tell me what movie that's from. You got 10 seconds, so you can't Google it, and go. But my question to you is, have you ever seen the movie Waiting?
Yes.
That movie is spot on with the restaurant business, at least where I worked. That movie is spot on, from the cooks to the servers to the bartenders. It is so spot on the way that workers in a restaurant act, like without a doubt.
So funny story with that. Speaking of that show, and I know the real. So like pretty much everybody remembers Andy Milonakis, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So my friend George, that's cashed me out over on Twitch. Andy is like the biggest reason like why he got to jump up. He literally got to be on one of Andy's guest things, and it just from there like jumped up, and then I got to meet Andy. And just an all around great guy. But I love that movie, especially when they show was it Preacher? The was that his name that played the dishwasher, if I remember right?
The dishwasher and yeah, yep,
yeah, waiting. It was, yeah, that's like I can relate to that. That's the exact same thing because people will come over and they'll ask me questions, all the time for advice and everything, and like. I know anybody that does like any type of dishwashing in any restaurant industry, like I have so much gossip on people. It's not even funny because they just stop and just start talking about everything,
Yep. Due date was the answer, by the way, y'all. Due date. Nobody got the answer. But yeah, no, I never personally put pubes on someone's food with easy. But I've seen some things in my day. I was never a cook. I did work cold side for a little bit, but I was mainly I worked at Friendly's for years. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Friendly's. I know cooks you have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't think I have.
Yeah, Friendly's was an ice cream parlor, they called themselves, but it was a restaurant as well. So, but they were known for their ice cream. So I was the fountain guy. That's the fountain department of the restaurant, and I was that, and then I was you have a Friendly's, Hash? And I was a server. So from the server side of things, having a deal like in the movie Waiting, when the girl was squishing her steak and said it wasn't cooked right, and just a look on her face, and then they took the steak back, and everybody were spitting on it, throwing pubes. I'm telling you that I'm not saying Pherem does it. I'm not saying you do it, but that shit happens at restaurants.
Really
That's why if my food comes out, I'm telling y'all right now, please listen to my warning, okay? If you guys ever go to a restaurant and your food is not made, do not eat that shit, man. Eat it. Just fucking deal with it because you do not want to take it back. Silver Fox, man, no problem, man. Good to see you. Yeah, just eat it.
My two frustrating things. Yeah, I would say probably one of my
so
main
good,
frustrating
John.
things I hate the
It
most,
is so
especially if I'm
good.
closing, is I could have a steady shift where it's not even busy at all, where I'm like, okay, we're going to get out at a good time, we're going to have a good close, and then it never fails. 10 minutes before we're supposed to close, there's always those people that show up. And I don't mind people showing up late as long as you just eat and get out. But when you show up late and then you start to have that 2-hour conversation, I'm just like, hey, I have a life, like I wanna go home.
There's a spider on your chair. Somebody said, Cookies. Cooks, there's a spider on your chair. I don't see it, but somebody said, tell Cooks he has a spider on his chair.
Yay, hold on.
He put his camera out. Yeah, and that also happened in the movie. 2 minutes before closing, with Friendly's, it was oh, Nerdbound, I just read your answer. That is pretty cool though, Stacy. That is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. There was at Friendly's, it was when we saw it'd be dead, right? And then we'd see one family with like a little kid come in dressed up in either like a little suit or a dress. And it was at that moment we're like, oh shit. There's like a choir or a school function that just let out. And what do all families do after school functions? Here anyways, they always went to Friendly's. So when you saw that little kid or whatever come in with their parents and they're all dressed up, it would just get busy as shit. John said there wasn't a spider. He looked like he was falling asleep. Problem solved. Nice one, John. Nice one.
Oh, so by the way, going back to our PC thing, I did find my my setting or my whatever my build or whatever. If you guys like to know all what I have.
Where?
I found I was gonna read you off my because you guys.
Oh yeah.
I was asked about my PC specs, so I was gonna read them off here because I found them. Let me just bring up the thing here.
Hold on. Damn it, John. Why'd you do that? You know what's even funnier is that there was a big black spider in my room like earlier, so that's why I thought.
So you got to get you a little dust buster.
Damn it, John.
I got my dust buster.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, I had to get that on.
All right, so my gaming PC, the processor I have is an Intel Core i9 9900K with a 5.0 gigahertz. My motherboard is an Asus ROG Strix Z390H. My graphics card is a Super RTX 2080 water cooled. My system memory is a Corsair. I have a liquid cooling HydroLex Pro. And then my streaming PC is an AMD Ryzen 9 3900X 16 core. My motherboard is a B450 Tomahawk Max. And my graphics card is a 1660 Super MSI. And then my mouse, I have a Logitech 903 mouse. My keyboard is a Razer. Well, I have two keyboards. I have a single pad. It's a Razer Tartarus that's basically just used for one single hand. And then my keyboard is the HyperX. Oh, I forget which one. It's one of the HyperX ones, one of the FPS ones. It's a non-keyless one, so I don't have the 10 key on it.
Right.
And then I have the my headphones are the HyperX Revolver S. And then I have my microphones, the HyperX Quadcast. And then I just have my normal curved monitor, which is a 144 MSI. And then my other monitor is my Asus that I got at Best Buy, which is my vertical screen for does all my OBS junk. That's literally all I bought that one for, is just to do all my OBS stuff. So I don't have, because there's no point for me buying an expensive, monitor if I'm only going to be gaming on one.
Right. And what did you say that your motherboard is with your gaming PC?
It's a oh geez, I just had it here. Let me bring it back up here. It's got a long complicated name here. Let's see here. So my motherboard for my she asked for my gaming PC one.
Yep.
It's an Asus ROG series. It's the Strix series. It's the Z390H. It's one of the cheaper ones, but it works.
Yeah. I had a Gigabyte when I built this PC. I had a Gigabyte and it was garbage. I would never vouch for Gigabyte. I always forget to turn the light. On in there. I will never vouch for Gigabyte. It was garbage. My internet was so slow. Everything was slow. So I swapped it out for an MSI motherboard, and the thing is a beast, man. Like night and day.
Well, what's funny is my stream PC. It's got probably one of the oldest MSI motherboards in it, because the 450 Tomahawk Max, they're so hard to find. But I only spent like $120 on it, and it's one of their cheaper ones. But it just needs to, as long as it can hold my my CPU, it works great.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, my and anybody that knows PCs, my AMD 3900. I got on a killer deal. Like I hit the jackpot. It was around Black Friday, and Best Buy had it on sale. And normally it was like between I think like 500 and almost 700. I ended up only paying like $225 for it, brand new.
No shit! Wow.
Yeah, brand new out of the box. It was the same thing with my my Logitech. It was like Best Buy at the time had my Logitech mouse like 80% off. So I hit the jackpot on everything.
I would definitely say, Jesus, what Keezy said, he paid $700 for his 3090. Fuck you, dude. Oh my God. I paid $2,100. Well, my wife did. For my 3080, man. $2,100. I went to Best Buy. I bought an OLED TV, right? And we went to Best Buy to get some cables and that. And they had shelves full of graphic cards now. I'm talking 3080s, 3090s, 3060. Just an abundance of graphics cards, and I was like, wow, like this is really rare to see you have these. And there, I was like, are these on hold? He was like, no, these are, you want them now? You can buy it now, And I was like, wow, like that's crazy. It's crazy to see that, you know what I mean? James Rowe, same thing here, bro. That's why I got this dustbuster. Just on the other side of this desk, I have a rechargeable dustbuster. So if I see any spiders in here or stink bugs, I suck them up with the vacuum. A spider I'll crush, but you're not supposed to crush a stink bug because it'll the smell attracts more stink bugs. So I just suck them up and let the vacuum run for a few minutes while it knocks them out.
Yeah, I would probably say like about every 2 weeks, cleaning up my system, make sure there's no dust in it. But my keyboard gets the worst. Like my keyboard is it's horrible. Like my keyboard always has like either my cat's walking across my keyboard, or just dust getting in it and inside it.
Yeah, mine used to get bad when I smoked. Because when this setup was downstairs in the bar, I smoked down there, right? And I would just get ashes all over. Since I moved it up here, it smells cleaner in here. There's no ash dust everywhere, CJ, everything all right, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm sorry, guys, that I had to go be dad for a
That's
minute.
okay.
I heard Brittany in here about to lose her mind.
Cigarettes, Baskin. Smoked cigarettes
every day.
Jenny 3080. Yeah, smoke cigarettes every day. What other hobbies are you into, Mike? First, are you married? You got kids? Are you single?
So I used to be married, not anymore. That's
Okay.
That's almost like a whole other
Show?
lifetime
That's
ago,
a different
'cause
show. Oh, okay.
but yeah, let's see here. I'm 45. I like to play. My big thing, I love playing paintball. Like I'm really into paintball. Like matter of fact, like when you guys play Ready or Not, that's how we are in paintball. Like I have like my gear. Like I don't just grab a paintball gun. Like I got the whole vest and everything. I got paintball grenades, all that kind of stuff. I enjoy playing pool. Obviously, I love doing tutorials. Like I don't know what it is. Like I can sit through and I could just go through and just upload, stuff. Make it anytime. I'm always searching for new stuff on LSPDFR, and I'm like, okay, let's go test this out.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, you guys are the main reason why I had to go get a new separate hard drive, because I was like, I got to start making these backup copies.
Yes. Yes, man.
Because I will spend the money to have that backup copy, though, right?
It really is, because I will never forget. And I heard this like religiously through CJ and through Jeffrey all the time. Guys, make sure you back up your stuff. Make sure you back up your stuff. And I was like, I looked at a new mod and I was like, oh, this mod looks cool. So I slapped it in, and I know I did it correctly. Next thing you know, my whole game just got messed up, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me what to do. So I'm just like, all right, we'll just reinstall it. And not to go off topic, but when LSPDFR did their big update or whatever that they just had, the first thing I said, I bet you anything, CJ is going to get on here and he's going to say, guys, you got to make sure to back up your system. I ain't going to tell you again, you got to make sure to back your system. And then the other thing I thought was, he's going to come on here 2 hours later and he's going to bring in the three main GT files that you're going to need, that he's already got saved somewhere in his, his archive, that's all ready to go, But
every time we have an update, man, I pull them 4 files out, man, and I save them as soon as that update comes out.
Right.
And
I do it every time.
And we'll show everybody that again when the time comes.
I think I either messaged. It was either I.
Hey, what's up, JT?
One of Jeffrey's chats. Or
play that music for JT.
You guys, made the announcement.
What's up, Sang?
We're having the big update. I almost wish LSPDFR would just hold off until ScriptHook updated. I wish they would all just do it at the same time. Because ScriptHook, I have no idea, like, if it's going to be 2 weeks, 2 days, when are they going to get to it?
History shows it's about a week and a half usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately, history also shows that Alexander Blade is always the last one to update. There's been like 1 or 2 times since I've been doing this that he was the first to update. It happened like twice. But other than that, LSPDFR, and Rage Plugin Hook are the first update. Now, for those that may not know, when LSPDFR updates, it comes with its own updated Rage plugin hook. So you can play, for those who wonder, and I had these questions on multiple occasions this past week. You can play LSPDFR and all your plugins going to work. So all your Bajojo mods, your Speed Radar Light, your Stop the Ped, Ultimate Backup, etc., all that's going to work. The only thing that's not going to work is your ScriptHook V mods. So in other words, ScriptHook V supports anything with the .asi file. For example, Simple Trainer has a .asi file. Skin Control that puts your tattoos on your guy, that has a .asi file. Those are the mods that are not going to work, but you can still play LSPDFR. You're just not going to have the Simple Trainer and maybe a couple other mods.
And after the updates, even when everything updates, fresh install. All the time.
Install, yep.
Always. In your game, always. Every time you do a fresh install, it gets better and better and better. Like it I don't know what it is, but it just gets better and better. What's up? Hey, Fester's up in the house, man. I'm surviving, man. Dalton, welcome back.
What's up, Fester?
What's up, Cooks?
I would have to say the biggest. Oh, go ahead, Cook. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. So being we're on the topic about game updating and everything. So when mine updated, I was on my 5M copy, not my LSPDFR. I was on my 5M copy because the night that it updated, I just got out of SLRP, so I didn't change it. So I started up and everything, and I went the day that was off from SLRP, so I never actually changed the files. And I went back on SLRP the next day after that one updated. Then I got off, and then I re-changed my files, and I selected the LSPDFR one. And then update, load right up into the game, no issues, didn't ask me to update. I don't have that box, Jeffrey. You know what I'm talking about, the box in my OpenIV.
Yep.
I don't have that box.
I don't have it either right now.
LSPDFR works fine. It works fine. It works great.
Yeah, I don't have that right now. My wife Jesus.
My wife never ceases to amaze me.
I'm telling you, they know exactly.
It's always during either this show or when I'm doing like LSPDFR.
Oh, God.
She's always sending me some funny stuff, man. It's stuff I can't share because I would get in a lot of trouble for the stuff that she says.
First, we got a couple. It's 6:00, and first off, before we do have an announcement coming from Sneaky Octo. We do have an announcement coming from Sneaky, but first, I want to sing happy birthday to Miss Darcy J, and y'all are more than welcome to join in with me.
Oh, is it her birthday?
Miss Darcy J's birthday
Happy
is
birthday,
today.
Miss Darcy J.
She is 21 years old.
21. She's 21.
Yeah, she's 21. So with that being said, everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Darcy J. Happy birthday. Take it out, CJ.
You.
And many more.
That was the most out of sync happy birthday you'll ever hear.
Actually, I have one. We sang before for somebody, and it's on the intro of this show, actually. So, happy birthday, Miss Darcy J.
Happy birthday.
Sneaky has an announcement. Take it away, Sneaky Octo.
Thanks, Jeffrey. So for those who don't know me, I'm Sneaky. I'm the production manager here at
Hi,
Meet the
Sneaky.
Gamers.
Hey.
I'm CJ.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry. Now go ahead, Sneaky. I just couldn't resist.
No, you're good. So I believe only Cookies, CJ, and Jeffrey, and a handful of people know this, but at the end of this month, May, I am shipping out for Army basic training here, so I won't be here to fulfill my duties as PM. So I just wanted to make a formal announcement that I'm looking for between 1 and 2 assistant production managers who I will train and basically get you prepped. So while I'm not here, you can, keep everything down, make sure the show doesn't go to crap. So, yeah. So
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter what chat you're in. I'm gonna post, if it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna pop the link to the application in all of you guys' chats here.
All right.
Yeah, and basically it just goes over the job description, the requirements, and then that Google Doc will then lead into the application where you fill everything out.
That's right. That's right, Angel. Sorry. And my mama's here, my sister. Hi, Mama. Hi, Erica. Okay, sorry, Sneaky. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. So I just popped the Google Doc link into everybody's chat. Did it delete it? Okay, no, it did not delete it. Okay, that's good. All right, yep. And there's just a few. I'm not gonna take up too much of you guys' time, but there are a few pointers here before you guys fill out. Well, anyone who's interested to fill out the application. Towards the end, there is a voice chat date. So if you are considered, you will. Yeah, could you guys pin the application if you guys don't mind?
Oh yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
I did not get it though, Sneaky. Did you drop it in mine? Because I don't.
Is he a mod? Is he a mod in your channel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Oh no, I'm not a mod in your channel.
You're not a moderator? Okay, just type something in my chat. I'll make you a moderator real quick.
Okay. I typed hello, CJ.
Hello.
Sorry, man. I really thought you were a moderator in my chat. You should.
No.
Oh my gosh. Shame on me.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
There you go, man. Now you got it. There you go.
Okay. Let me reload the page. All right, there it is. All right. Okay, so it's in everybody's chat. Cookies, it's okay. Yeah, Cookies pinned it. Jeffrey, it's in yours. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's a few pointers. If you are everybody's gonna put in whoever is wants to apply. You're gonna have a voice chat date where you're gonna basically say the day that you're available. You must have a mic for that because you're gonna be speaking. The webcam isn't required, but basically pick a date that best suits you. A lot of people mistake it for their birthday, so please do not put your birthday there because I cannot go back to August 2nd, 2000 and do your voice chat interview. So make sure you don't put your birthday, put the day that you're available for it. The job is not all about finding guests. There is a lot more to that as well, and if you are considered for the position, then you will know what that means. There could be a temporary production assistant and a permanent, just in case the acting PM that I put in charge, can't make it a day or they need an LOA. So there may be a permanent and then also a temporary until I get back as a backup. And just to kind of wrap things up, quick reminder, if you or anyone would like to be on the show, direct them to the Discord and the application link.
All right.
That's basically it for me. The applications are pinned in everybody's chat. So once you've read over that and you want to apply, feel free to do so. And
it's an important role. And to be honest, I think it's one of the most important roles in the entire show, the entire Discord, because without that production manager or assistant production manager, there's no show, unless so it's an important role. So if you want to have that important role and you feel like you can do it, then hit that link up above and get with Sneaky and take it from there.
Definitely.
And I want to say this too, Sneaky, because whoever takes your spot or whatever person or persons takes your spot are going to have some big shoes to fill, because it's being a production manager for Meet the Gamers it's not a hard job, but there's a lot that you have to do in that position. There's a lot that's required of you. So just with that being said, we are going to miss you, Sneaky. We're really going to miss you.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Absolutely. Hey, but I'll be back. I'll just be gone for 2 months. I'll just come right back to my civilian life, but I'm not gonna have any contact with you guys for those 2 months. So
yeah, I feel you. I understand. Sneaky is going to be. You're going to be a Marine, right?
No, it's the Army. I am
The
gonna.
Army.
I'm a 92 Foxtrot, so that is a fuel specialist.
Okay. Is there a specific reason?
I trot like a
Is
fox.
there like a specific reason why you picked the Army, or?
Well, they're the ones who came to me, but I.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But
So they were
as-
sneaky.
Yeah, but basically, I started working when the week I turned 16, and money's good and all, but I just don't want to have to work for the rest of my life. I want to do something that I like, because they say once you find something you like, you won't work a day in your life for the rest of your life.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm going to college, because they'll help you, assist you with housing and college, and I'm trying to go for 4 years back in my hometown, and then
I never
it's
knew.
gonna.
I'm sorry, Sneaky. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I'm trying to get into UNF, which is University of North Florida, because that's like my hometown is in Florida, for a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. So that's what I'm going
nice.
for. Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Well, you could just talk to him, and he'll tell you everything he
Erica,
does.
I am
right here.
not. Erica, I'm not excited for the peanut butter shot. I am not stoked for that at all.
Peanut butter shot in the butt? What?
Yeah.
They give you a shot of peanut butter in your butt?
No, but it's like
Oh my God.
it's a peanut buttery consistency.
Oh.
It will leave you limping for days.
Oh, man. Well,
Yeah.
good luck with that. Wallbanger coming through with the support member. Welcome back, brother. Still rocking that pink badge. Oh, we did a new badge. I'm so sorry. We did a new badge, by the way. So when you hit 2 years, which some people are close, wait until you see the new badge. Me and CJ and Chris Roman were in a VC one early morning, and we created that new badge. But Sneaky, I appreciate you coming in and doing that announcement, man. And we will be, we'll be rooting for you, buddy.
Yep, thanks.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely.
Yeah, I didn't want to take too much, you guys. I'm also gonna pop the link and an announcement in the Meet the Gamers Discord as well. So
Okay, yeah.
I'll
Add
do that.
everybody.
Yep.
Do what you got to do.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks
All right,
for having me, guys.
All right, Sneaky.
Yeah.
All right.
He's pretty good. Sneaky's good at what he
He
does.
is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Professional.
definitely want to have, the job that he does, because like it's a safety net for you guys, especially when you go in the dress room, and then he could, look, whoever's doing it can look, when they're getting ready to set everything up before you come in here, like it's say, for example, if I went in there, in the dress room and I start, cursing up a storm and saying this is how it's gonna go, then he can just boot me out, and then I'm never, I'm never on here with you guys. It's just it's a safety thing for everybody.
Yep.
To get prepared.
Unless you like play it off.
That's
Go ahead,
true.
Cooks.
No, I was gonna say, I just got a notification of Criminal Justice becoming a member. I appreciate it, Sang.
Hey, yeah, Sang.
Yes,
I'm a cookie,
Sang.
man.
And then we got Wallbanger coming
Oh, there's
through
Wallbanger, too.
with
Look
a
at that.
membership.
Wallbanger
as
coming
well.
through.
Wallbanger, I appreciate you, Sang. Well, that was better. That one was better. Hello.
So I do have to say this. And this is mainly for Jeffrey. But when Jeffrey watched my my EUP tutorial on the vest, I got like so excited in my house, because like I have looked up to you guys, especially when it comes to LSPDFR. So when Jeffrey watched my tutorial on how to install EUP vests, like I was probably like a kid in the candy store. Like I was just so excited,
That was the one with
Figured out,
changing changing the texture on it, right?
Well, I have that one, but this one was mainly for like how to install the
Oh
actual
yes,
vest.
the actual somebody else did a texture one, but I watched your video, so I knew the pathway on where to
Right.
go, and the downloaded that vest pack that you have. I love it because it's perfect for what I had to do.
And what's funny is like I rushed that video so quick that I did not think it would become my most popular video on my channel. And still this day, like I'm afraid to do another EUP vest tutorial, because that one turned out so well that I'm just like, nothing's changed. Like Hanako hasn't done any type of updates at all, for that thing. So I'm just like,
But there's
we're
other
just gonna
ones out there that you can do, and trust me,
Mm-hmm.
people will love them just as much as your first one. And tutorials, man. I tell anybody, and this goes out to anybody out there, you want your channel to pop off, you want your your viewers and your subscriber count to pop off. Tutorials. I'm telling you, people need these tutorials. And if you type in a tutorial, just because CJ's almost at 28,000 subscribers, I'm at 7,800, not 1,000. It doesn't matter where you are. Somebody could just as easily go to Pherem's channel before that. I have no EUP vests. Well, I've got the one about the textures now, but you know, it's all about the tutorials. The tutorials really help people out, and they're definitely when you put a patrol out, right, and CJ cooks all of it, we could pretty much agree that when you put a patrol out, you do get views, but people skim through it. They go to the good parts, right? Where with a tutorial, they have to watch, you know, the whole thing. In my tutorials, I cut them down a lot. When I first started doing tutorials, they were like 35-minute, 42 minutes long, and I could take that same tutorial now and have it done in 8 minutes, you know. So there was a lot of comments where people are like, "Yo, just put the video at 3 times. You're welcome." You know, just get it done quicker. Oh,
well,
my
I think
God.
a lot too when we started, like you guys have been doing obviously a lot longer than I have, but I think it's always like when I first started doing like just the basic tutorials for LSPDFR, I always thought like I had to be like get every nook and cranny. Like I always forgot like I'm forgetting something. Like, okay, did I make sure I told him to drag this over, and you know, go through the settings and everything. And then like, cause I was doing that thing for a long time, 35-minute videos, cause I was always afraid that I was forgetting something.
Yeah.
You know, like, are they going to hit the correct download button? You know, do I need to actually go through and show everybody what download it? Like if I do like Pajojos, like I will go directly there and I will show them where to download, because everybody gets confused where it's at. You know, they'll click that one download thing and it'll take them to an ad, and then they get all pissed off. And
then they put in the comments, "You gave me a virus."
Out and click it again, man. You know, that's how.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. Still to this day, I'm like that. Like you said, the Bajojo mods, right? Especially Bajojo mods. I don't know why, but when you click that little download arrow, it wants to take you to a different page. So I always tell everybody, now, if you click this arrow and it starts to veer you off to the page, just close out, go back, click it again. It'll work. Right. And I'll do it. Even though I don't need it downloaded, I will go ahead and do it to show them, okay, this window's popping up, close it, go back and click it again, and it downloads. That way it reassures people that, okay, well, if he did it, then it's going to be okay for me to do it. So, you know, but yeah, I feel you on that, man. I'm the same way. I still, to this day, when I do tutorials, I'm constantly trying to remind myself when I do my step for steps, especially like 3 and 4 hour tutorials, I try to take my time and you know, like I'm teaching I try to teach like I'm teaching a preschool, right? Like I'm teaching a kindergarten class.
Yeah.
Because that's how you have to do it, because you got to think about it. There's new people that come to this community every single day. New people every day. I just in this past week alone, I bet I've seen 20 new faces.
Yep.
That come to my comments and say, "I'm new at this. I'm new at this. I'm new at this." And I'm like, okay, well, take you to this video. Go to this video, you know, and I'll start them out with maybe not the 4-hour tutorial, but I'll start them with like a basic, just how to install the main mods like LSPDFR, ScriptHookV, ScriptHookV.net, RageNativeUI.dll, and Rage plugin hook. You know, I'll just start with that, and then I'll say, now work your way up to this video. You know, but I'm the same way, man. I always wonder if I'm skipping anything, even though I've done this 100 times. You know, it's just, I think it's just normal to do that. You know, I mean, it's just normal.
Well,
to feel that way, I think.
like the when we do our car tutorials, there's 2 things. Like for me, so like when I do my individual cars, so I put everything, like all my individual cars go into Apple's modding DLC. Yeah, I used to use patch day 20 all the time. But the main reason like I use Albo's modding DLC is because, and you won't forget this, CJ. So when the weapons, when we do, because I use the exact same weapons you use, the Glock and the and I forget what the assault rifle is, and then you got your shotgun. But if you guys remember, I believe it was like either patch day 6 or patch day 3 on one of the weapons.
Amen, Hash. Amen, bro.
So it's like Albo's modding DLC. You can put whatever weapons you want in there. You don't have to worry about any patch days. But like with the DLC add-ons, and I'll never forget this. It's this, especially with the blue ghost pack. People always forget to go adjust their item line. And I'll never forget, I used to get messages all the time, hey man, my blue ghost pack isn't working. And I'm like, you got to fix your item line, because that's the main thing with those DLC packs. That item line isn't lined up, then you might as well just kiss that whole thing goodbye.
Yeah, because that's what that DLC list.xml file is what tells the game. It tells the game to load that particular line, right? Which is the file that we've installed. So yeah, if they don't have if that line is off just a niche, if you've got a greater than sign that's not there, or a forward slash or a backslash that's not there, it will not work. It will not work.
It's got to be lined up, man. It's got to be lined up.
Now, I have had some mods like when I did my tutorial back a few months ago on LA roads, real California architecture for San Andreas and City Lights. City Lights, I noticed, had the backward slashes instead of the forward slashes.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody pointed it out to me in my comment section, but it still worked. But they were, but the thing was, it was in line, and all those marks were there. The only difference was they weren't forward slashes; they were backslashes. So,
right. Yep.
But it still worked. It still works. So
the pack file and heap adjusters too. People don't know. I'll have people that'll say, "Oh, I installed this. My game crashes now." A car pack, right? And it's like, well, that's all it takes is just if you've already got 3 car packs in, that last car pack you just added can put you over to where, okay, now you need heap and a game config and pack file, and once you install them, the game fires right up, and game technically I don't even have to do a fresh install. I probably will, because my game is running absolutely beautiful right now, and I have
mine has been too.
I've got to have at least 700 mods in my game right now, and it runs so good right now.
Yeah.
When I did my tutorial for like the game config and the heap adjuster pack file limit adjuster, I think I had to tell people,
hash, absolutely,
if you want
bro.
To add
I got so much shit in my stream deck.
You need to go with the 0x1 traffic and 0x1 pets. That way, because the lesser that number is, the more you can add into the game. Because if you end up going ×5, which I didn't know the first time I did it. I just threw it at ×5 and had all this traffic and pedestrians and everything, and my game within an hour started freaking out. It's just and we all have great systems, but GTA it's so hard. That's the most hardest thing to predict, especially if you have a crash. It's okay, did the crash cause from this call out that I put in, or did it cause or is GTA not handling all these resources that we have? It's very hard to narrow it down sometimes.
Yeah, I did. I remember CJ put in 10 times traffic, 10 times ped in one of his videos, and and I followed that same tutorial. I followed that tutorial, and I did it too. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Sandy Shores is like GOH right now. There's so many cars in Sandy Shores. I mean, traffic backed up in Sandy Shores, and then I went down GOH, and it's absolutely, if y'all have never tried it, try it. Put in the game config in your game, save your old one, drag it to your desktop, and just throw a 10 times traffic, 10 times ped into your game, and then drive down GOH and tell me that's not real LA traffic. And then it was a week later, I saw CJ was live, and I was in his live stream, in his chat, and he was like, man, where he was trying to conduct a scene on the side of GOH. And there were just so many cars. I remember I actually had to drop you a dono so you could read my message, and my message said something like,
"Oh, I remember that.
Your game config is way too high. Drop it." I use the default GTA one. I don't even use the one
standard traffic. That's what I use.
I use the stand. I use, and some people think, well, that's what you already have in. It's not. It trust me. Just put in the default one that comes with that, and it works. It worked for me. I mean,
speaking of that, and I could not figure this out, so I can't remember what tutorial it was, but some guy messaged me, and he's like, hey man, where's your traffic at? And I could not think of the life of me what he was talking about, because I just been playing with the 0x1 peds in traffic for the longest time, and like you guys said, you've been using the default one. So I could not figure the life of me, what is this guy talking about? Did I install something wrong? I had no idea. I didn't realize, it didn't click on me until a week later that he was talking about the actual traffic in my game, because it does. It looks bare, with everything.
Did you have the one time? You got the one time in, or?
Yeah, I had the one time.
So that's
Like,
actually
you know-
less than the default then, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. But I also
is
have.
it really? Is it less than the default? The 0-1 traffic?
Yeah, because you're taking away now.
It's hard to notice because I have my I forget what it's called, but one of the pop things, you know, that adds more of the multiplayer vehicles inside the game. You know, so I still have you know, you could like there's a fair amount of traffic, but if you you would notice real quick, you know, if you were to put like if I replaced it with the ×2 anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of
those game configs make a big difference. I wish my wife would quit sending me stuff, man.
Yeah, my I would have to say probably my favorite out of all my LSPDFR plugins, I would have to say hands down my favorite one is always probably going to be Grammar Police. Like I cannot live without Grammar Police. Like matter of fact, like I put
dude, no doubt.
Have you ever had to play with vocal? Did you ever have to play with vocal dispatch?
Yes, when I first
nightmare. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
What I ended up doing is because
Yo,
as you all know that you
Hogzilla,
can
baby.
manipulate your XMM files inside Grammar Police, right?
What's up, Hog?
Well, Opus actually ended up sending me my own file, so I ended up making my own stuff. It's on the LSPDFR site for my own custom one because I have so many different things in there, and I don't use what was the other one? Immersive. I don't use Immersive anymore. And I don't use the, you know, you can now Grammar Police has the whole pursuit thing where you can, you know, it asks you, do you want to continue pursuit and all that kind of stuff. Well, the way before Opus 49 did that update, I went into my XMM file and I set it up to where I basically linked it where suspect lost. So when I go into pursuit and I tell them, hey, dispatch, go ahead and cancel pursuit. It will automatically treat it like a lost suspect, and it will automatically terminate the pursuit. But yeah, I have so many different things in my file. Like I have so many different audio files for that. I have so many, like my XM file is just like, it's just covered with a bunch of stuff. Like I'm saying different stuff all the time, you know, like instead of me saying 1042, I'm always like, control, show me heading home. And then automatically goes to out of service. You know,
there you go. So you added your own line there.
Yeah, I have like
that's pretty cool, man.
Hey, can you help me out? I want mine to be able to, because you know an SLRP, tacos. There's the beautiful Miss Gamer right there,
and
everybody.
If you
remember,
you can add your command, but you can add what the dispatcher says back to you, right? Correct.
Right. So the way mine works is because mine's like if you go to LSPDFR, I'll have to get you guys the link if you want to check it out. So I just named, because you know how you have to name it your agency code, right? So when you go to your INI and you put, so mine's a whole separate file. So instead of you putting, like if you change it to like your name in agency code, you change it to immersive. Instead of putting immersive, you would just put Pherem, and then it's all in the default folder. It's not, I don't have anything in the custom folder, so it's all in the default folder. And then I just edit with, you know, what everybody tells you. I edit with Notepad++. That way, if I miss anything up, I just delete it from Notepad++, and it automatically defaults back to the, you know, the regular one. But I have like a ton of things, like especially for the Halo, Heli Assist or whatever it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. The
Heli Assistance.
Yeah. So
if
you watch any of my videos when I do any of the gameplay, I'll say the standard one, which is you know, Air 1, but sometimes I'll say control, can I get eyes in the sky? Or I'll say Overwatch. I even have it written to where I say Delta 1, you know. I'll be like, hey, you know, control, can I get Delta 1? And that's the other thing is a lot of people make this mistake is you don't have to say dispatch. There's three main things you can say. You can say dispatch, control, and radio. I don't like saying radio because sometimes radio interferes with radio check, you know. So I like to just stay, like, I always, like, if I'm doing traffic, I'll say control. Or, like, if, what's the new one he had? You know, you guys know how we have the traffic stop and the slow traffic.
Yep.
So I'll end up saying, what I end up saying is, control, I need to close, and then I'll say the name of the street. As long as I don't have my hood thing on, I have to stay in my vehicle because I use that whole, you know, hide your.
I love that mod. It adds so much realism. You know, when you
Yeah,
arrive to
it
a scene
does.
and you don't know who you're looking for, or when you start shooting and other people shoot up, man, it really adds to that realism of not knowing who you're looking for. I love it.
Oh, speaking of weapon sounds, it took me forever to find the new link for, and you guys use this. I believe you guys use the same one, but the clapping one, the clapping sound one.
Guns be clapping.
Guns be clapping. Yeah.
Yeah.
When that, I don't know why that got taken down, like because it was under like a mod review thing or whatever, admin review, and so we had to find the separate link for it. But that's probably one of my favorite. Like I still use it to this day.
The what I would like to do is set it up. No, babe, that's a tip. I tried this new thing. I actually forgot it's there. I don't see it on this screen, but if I look at my stream, I could see the tip cup. That's a tip cup. So whenever somebody subscribes, you'll see a little GG logo fall inside of it, and whenever somebody donates, you'll see some change.
Oh, you gotta show me how to set that up. I've seen
falls.
Benzo have that. You
Yeah,
gotta show me
it's
how to
pretty
set that up,
cool.
dude. I
It's-
love-
yeah, it's
like
pretty
the
cool.
little wine glass.
There's a
little wine
lot of
glass.
shit I gotta set you. We gotta get together
You
tonight,
got
man.
to.
We gotta get together
tonight, man. Tonight or you're fired, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
all
telling
right.
you,
You're
from the
fired.
show, all right.
But I want mine to do. I want to be able to say 2Sam49 traffic, and I want dispatch to say on a traffic stop, and then have her. You know when you say show me on a traffic stop, and then it says traffic stop, and she says go ahead. I want mine
You know
to
what
do
you
that.
guys can do? You know what else you guys can do? A lot of people don't realize this because a lot of times people will go in there and they'll say, dispatch, show me on 11, right? Or show me on a traffic stop. What you can do, because normally she'll just say, you know, okay, whatever, because, you know, she wants the details. But what you can do is as soon as you get behind the vehicle, you can say, control, I have, so don't say 11 or traffic stop, just say, control, I have a 2-door onboard one. And then wait for it. And what she will say is she'll either say two things. She'll say, copy that. Do you need backup? And then you can immediately tell her that you need backup for a traffic stop. Or if you say, dispatch, I have a 2-door onboard one. We're going to be, you know, such and such location. She'll automatically send in the code to backup for you. But what I like to do for me when I do my traffic stop is I'll say whatever vehicle it is, you know, I'll say, you know, control, I have a 2-door, onboard one, send additional, and then she'll automatically send additional. Or if she asks me if I want backup, if I say affirmative, and then if I immediately say affirmative, can I get a female officer? Then it will automatically send in a female officer or whatever type of backup that I'm calling for instead of just sending in the normal, you know, code 2 backup.
I'm requesting a tutorial.
Honestly, I was just about to say the same thing. Because,
No,
like,
you weren't,
if you
Cookies.
look
Quit
at
trying to sound
grammar
cool.
police, no, if you look at grammar police,
I'm just kidding, Cookies.
some things can look confusing. Like some of them, like you don't know which one to open. I mean, like most of them are, you know, self-explanatory. Like I'm looking at it now, like pit.xml, and obviously it's the requested pit and such. But some of them, you know, can look confusing. That like some people might not even know like what is what.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
bathroom
like
break to say dispatch, show me taking a dump. And I'll respond with, you know, 10-4, copy that, or you know, whatever. But I gotta learn how to get this in those XML files and do the commands as well as
because a lot of
responses is too. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because a lot of things link to other things. So if you can get it down to where you can say it properly, a lot of your stuff will connect to each other. And it's like I mentioned with you guys, like I don't like using the whole you know, pursuit thing to where like she keeps asking, you know, if you want to cancel or if, you know, get an authorization for all that stuff. And like I said, like my pursuit thing, like before that came out, I just made a lost suspect. So what I do is I'll just go in there and when we're in a pursuit and I feel like it's just getting way too dangerous, and I'll just say control be advised, let's go ahead and terminate pursuit. And then it'll automatically switch to my back to available, because it triggers the lost suspect, so it'll treat it like the suspect's lost, you know, and automatically end the pursuit, you know, and I'll go back to available. But if you guys if you go to the LSPDFR site and you click on the miscellaneous, if you go down like 4 down, it'll be the one that will say more ways you can talk to dispatch, and it's a direct XML file that will I made it to where you only have to drag it directly to your plugins. You would just have to go into your INI and change the name, and then just click on the default folder and go through the actions and what is it, action and command. And then you can see the ones I have written there. I think I am going to do a tutorial on how to edit inside
yes,
the.
Yes.
Yeah,
That should be your
anybody else
next
has a
video.
clue on that. I don't think anybody else. I mean, I know Benzo showed a little bit when he did the.
Hey, Kimberly, what's up? Gamer J
tutorial.
Right.
I think he showed just a little bit, but not enough to where we need, like, I would love to see one where you can do it step for step. And we can come in and follow that and then learn how to do it ourselves, because then
and change more.
Yeah, right. Dude. Because, man, I would totally.
Yeah.
If I knew how to do that, I would totally do a tutorial on it, man. I definitely.
I want the word traffic to initiate.
Yeah.
I really want to say to Sam49 traffic, and then say what you were saying. I love the whole show 2 on board or whatever, and have her automatically send me code 2 backup. I would absolutely.
That'd be cool,
I would
man.
absolutely love that. I would absolutely love that, man. I
make it a lot easier,
and a lot of people would watch that. A lot. I got people in the chat saying it's a must-have. Raise your hand if you want Pherem to do a tutorial on how to do that.
Yeah, I might as well. I'll probably end up doing a.
Yeah.
I might as well just reinstall. Do a full thing on the whole grammar police, and then just add. It'll be a little bit longer tutorial, because we'll have to go through a lot of stuff.
That's okay. I'll watch that whole
speaking
thing.
of,
yes,
yeah, man.
What a lot of people don't realize too is with grammar police is you can do your custom INI thing all in game, and then all you have to do is just because you can you're supposed to make a custom one, right? Well, you can still don't run your default one, obviously, but you can go into the game and go into your the settings where you set up your pet maneuver or your pet settings and all that. Set it all up there, save it, and then go directly back to the desktop. And then all you have to do, because your custom, it'll automatically make your custom
Amen,
INI
Speedy.
for you, and then just go back in there and just change your call sign and just make sure that your agency code's what you want it to be, and then that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, it can get a little murky. It can get a little murky when
especially with the XML files, because you got to be. I know you got to be really careful with those XML files, because if you mess one little thing up in there, man, it's gonna take a toll on your.
It will.
Like me personally, I've never had any trouble with grammar police or immersive dispatch. I love using both, because they make the game more immersive, right? And as a matter of fact, my grammar police and immersive dispatch always work so good for me that I don't even use hotkeys. Like when I have hotkeys for immersive dispatch or grammar police, I'll set them all to none.
See,
because
mine is their backup.
It works good for me.
The backup. Yeah. I'll ask for code 2 backup, and it's fucking felony stop every time. Every time I ask for code 2 backup, it's felony stop.
She sends it to me with no issues, man.
I watch you, and I see how good your shit works. But I'm telling you right now, man, every time I do that,
it's funny too, because once you learn how to do all the modifications inside the XML file, it becomes so addicting.
Don't
front. I have so much stuff. Like I used to say, can I get SWAT unit or whatever? Now I'm sitting there saying like SRT, and then the main, I believe in law enforcement, I think in most places the SWAT team is like a code 10. So I'll just be like, dispatch, can I get a code 10? And then the SWAT team automatically shows up. There's just so many.
Yeah, those are tips and tricks that you got to do in your video, man. Reaper's up in the house, and Doug1637. What's up, Doug? Big Jess is here, too.
Doug. What's up, Doug?
His channel is the first link in the description. So if you want to, don't forget to hit your notifications. If you're going to want to know how to do that with your files, go check out Pherem. And, Doug's not here. Go check out Pherem. Everybody in the chat. And he is literally the first link in the description.
I just feel bad if they're going to watch some of the. I had to actually get rid of some of my videos because I'm big on audio, and when I upgraded to my HyperX, I ended up. So for some of you that don't know, I have a lot of audio modifications on my HyperX right now. So I use what's called an APL equalizer. I have all different. I use voice meter potato. Everything runs all through my my microphone. Well, before I had this one, I had the Blue Yeti, Well, I ended up taking my settings from my Blue Yeti and I put them on my HyperX, which, if nobody tells me that my audio is too loud or not sounding right, on YouTube, I just think it's perfectly fine, As a matter of fact, it was our good friend Jeffrey that we met, Mr. Productions, MD.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
So he when I was testing some stuff out in my OBS and I was changing some audio stuff around. He was like, "Hey man," he's like, "Hey, your mic sounds perfect and everything." Because I went back through some of my old videos and I'm just like, man, I'm just sounding way too loud or I'm sounding way too low. Because with since all my audio separated through everything, it sounds like legitimately perfect on my end. But I got to remember that everybody else has completely different audio than I have. So there's some of my first tutorials where I'm just like, my voice sounds either way too low or it's way too loud. Now I have it perfect. It's like one of those things. Once you get it down and perfect, it's just like, just don't touch it. Put it in a box and leave it alone.
Take a picture of your settings in case you ever got to redo them again. And my older videos, man, I've watched some of my first videos, man. It sounds like I'm talking through a can underwater. It's
I remember
awful. Oh my God. It sounds so bad. Yes, 5M is better than LSPDFR for obvious reasons, but LSPDFR is still kind of fun to play, and mine's not buggy. I was just telling them, Benjamin, my LSPDFR it runs really, really good right now. It runs really good right now.
How much? I'm not in any rush or anything, but how much time do we have left on the show? Because I know you guys have to wrap up soon.
20 minutes. We got about 20 minutes left. Unless you got to take off soon. I mean, do you have to take off?
No, I scheduled to stay off. Hey, I don't got to be at work, so I'm just chilling here, literally just chilling. But if you guys want, if you just want, you don't have to install it, but if you want to just look at what the file looks like, you can just go to the LSPDFR miscellaneous and scroll down about 4 sections down. You'll see it, and then just open up
real quick while we're talking about it.
Open up the WinRAR and just click through the plugins, and then you'll open up the default folder, whatever I have there, and you'll see all the XMM files.
Aztec is live right now. Should we raid him? CJ?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Aztec is live right now. Should we raid him?
Yeah, let's raid him.
Officer Lincoln is too. Officer Lincoln's live too.
Let's raid Aztec.
MTG raid? Do you really want to raid him?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it.
All right. We're gonna go on a raid, y'all. We're gonna go raid Aztec, aka Max. He's an old deputy that used to be in SLRP. Make sure you MTG raid, not Jeffrey Gamer raid. It's gonna be a
same here, guys.
MTG raid. I'm dropping the link right now on
right
Cookies.
Here.
Did you drop it, Q?
Yep, I got it, guys. Click that link.
Okay.
And don't do criminal justice raid. Just do MTG raid, guys. Let's go raid him.
He's got subscribers mode on.
Oh.
Oh well, I'm not subscribed.
Yeah, don't go. All right, never mind. Come back. Back. I'll drop
abort
a different
mission. Abort.
Subscribe.
Have you guys ever looked into playing Armor 3? Does any of you guys like to do a lot of? Have you guys ever played Armor 3?
I've had somebody ask me about that game about a week ago on one of my live streams, but I can't recall what it's about. Is it like a war game?
So it technically is. So here's the best way I can explain it. We have our LSPDFR, right? Right. So Armor 3 is almost the same type thing, where like nobody really cares for the basic LSPDFR. They like all the modifications in it, with Pajojo and everything that we use inside our LSPDFR. Well, Armor 3 is the same way. The basic game itself.
There we go. Let's go hit up
absolute garbage. Right?
Let's go hit up Officer Lincoln.
Community, the mods that you can get that you can have from the community. So there's all different types of mods because it's a very realistic military game. So you have people that have like There you have your own bases and everything. People have their own squads. Like you're doing everything. Like as far as like there, no lie. Like you have to there's people like, so if say you want to be a jet pilot or whatever, right? You want to fly a jet. There's people in the game that on the server that are on the runway doing like, the only way I can explain is like to think of it, because I don't know much about the Navy, but like Top Gun, where you have the guys that are on the ship or whatever, right? And before the jets or whatever take off, you know, they got the guys that do the hand signals and everything.
Oh yeah,
Right.
But like Arma 3 is just like it's a highly community, like people put like their own scripts, so you can download what you do is, because all the mods go through Steam. It's, you know how Steam has their whole mod area that you can go into to look at people's different mods that you can put in games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how Arma 3 is. So people can write their own scripts. So like they might have like a sniper mission, you know, so you click the script and you play through that person's story mode that they created. You know, you do like a sniper mission or whatever, you know, thing that they came up with. Like it's much like it'll show you everything once you get it, like once you download the game, because the game itself is like nothing to download. It's all the modifications and scripts that are you know, added into the game that make it fun. But it's all realistic. Like for example, the map. You know, like most of our military games, we pull up our map, right? It tells us to go here. This one, you have to look at an actual compass, and you have to mark it for your team, for your squad. All right, we're gonna go here. So you gotta take a thing. You gotta draw, you know, an outline. You know, like, hey, this is where we're gonna go. We're gonna be, you know, whatever 20 mics out. You know, you gotta, you know, put everything into the game. You know, it's really slow paced. You know, because you're trying to really, you know, lead a team everywhere. So you got to dig trenches, you know, make, you know, everything. Like it's really, you know, you can get lost in the game, because
some of those games are actually, you know, like the
game. You know, it's one of those where it doesn't have like the greatest graphics, which you really don't need.
I'm muted,
you know,
y'all.
It's a sandbox. It's an
Jesus.
open world.
What's up,
sandbox,
Mamba?
You know,
Aussie's up in the house. What's up, Aussie?
sniping like you would in real life, because if you go like for one of my favorite missions, I forget the name of it, but it's a sniper mission. But I literally, in my backpack, I have a food supply because I can get hungry, you know. So I got like jerky in my backpack. I have the whole, you know, just for wind, like actual just for wind. You know, I got to draw, you know, for bullet drop and all that. I have a, you know, my teammate, you know, I got my spotter with me that does everything, that will, you know, spot and will write down the measurements on a notepad, you know, to get ready to take out a target. So the whole sniping thing can end up turning into like a 2-hour, you know, mission just to take out one single high target.
That's kind of like Tarkov, right? That's more of a that's a strategic, like it can take a while to, you know, for a round or whatever it is. I've never played it, but you know, you got a Ready or Not video coming out, Doug? It's not from last night, is it?
Oh, speaking of that, Ready or Not, when I first played this, and when Cookies mentioned that he played it for like 30 minutes, when I very first played it, I went in the house, right? I did not know until I went around the back how far that house goes, as far as like that tunnel, you know, that goes underneath the house and everything. Because I was like, okay, so I went in the house to go find whatever we were looking for. And I was like, I'm going to go explore some more. So I go around back and I'm like, what is this? And then I go down, I'm like, oh my gosh, they've dug out a tunnel. Like we literally have a tunnel that is dug out.
It goes 2 ways, by the way. There's two.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, there's 2 ways you can go there. It is from last night.
So speaking of LSPDFR, BX Bugs 123, everybody knows who that is, that made Radiance. Radiance V was updated.
Yo, later, Jess.
On April 19th.
Yeah, I did a video on it.
Did you?
Yep.
What do you like better?
I like it.
Do you like it?
I like it. Better Radiance from Skeed doesn't work anymore with the current GTA. It crashes your game every time. His better ELS works.
Right, but we have the brighter emergency lights.
Yeah,
by
MBTB or something like that, right?
Is it MG? No, that's not MG.
Yeah, that's Mr. Griffin. Yeah. No, it's like MTGB or some shit like that. But it's a good one. But it's good. No, the Radiance V it's good. The better Radiance V.
Is that what you prefer, is the Radiance V?
I do, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with your recommendation on that thing, because I downloaded it. I did not know it. I had no. How do I not know that you do videos? I mean, I'm subscribed to you with the bell on. I have no idea how I even missed that. When did you do that?
And if it's a graphics mod, I'm on it, bro. I love my graphics mods. It was actually it was the day after it came out. So,
God, I don't know how.
Thank you, Wikizi. I love it, man.
I'm gonna do a tutorial on it. I had no idea.
Yeah,
that
speaking of what I ended up doing with because I ended up selling quality.
Yo, MDR, thanks for coming through,
I just ended up making
man.
my rage button on my my stream deck.
Take it easy, brother.
I got so tired
Same here.
I got so tired
Yeah,
of alt tab. There was, matter of fact, there was a tutorial, and I actually ended up I made the tutorial, but I ended up deleting the video because if there's on LSPDFR, there's a thing that's if you want to skip how to do alt tab out and all that stuff. Well, the guy made the tutorial, but
it is,
you had to
Jess,
do
but
certain
I
things
can see I keep
so you
getting
can
this
put the
green
button
flash
down, in your
that keeps popping up, and it's
taskbar or
only.
whatever. Well, I was like, it was a great video because it basically.
I'm sorry, I deafened him, and I promised I would never deafen again, but I'm gonna deafen real quick. Yeah, this is a new cam, but it keeps flashing green for some reason, and it's only in Discord that it does this. It doesn't do it during like a regular OBS live stream. It's only when I'm in the Discord chat. So.
Your race plug-in hook and turn it back on. So I was just like, people are just gonna have to just all tab.
But thank
out,
you, Jess. Appreciate it, man.
What was the mod you were talking about, Pherem? What's the mod that you were talking about? You said it was in the miscellaneous section.
It's a Nexigo.
Yeah, so it's going to be in
LSPDFR.
Yep. So here. I'll pull mine up here. So it's going to be in the miscellaneous, and it's going to be. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be 5. No, 6. I want to say 6 down. It'll be the one that's called "More Ways You Can Talk to Dispatch," and you'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
I see what you're talking about. And so this does. Oh, now is this got? Are these files you can download and copy and paste into your XML? And is that kind of what it is, or you just install in your game?
So the way it works is you would just because I believe if I remember right, I made it direct plugins. So you'll drag the plugins over to your main game directory, and then open up your.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll go to your Grammar Police, and the folder says what is it? Grammar Police, and then here, let's thank good. By the way, thank goodness for.
Oh, this is your mod. This is your mod.
Yeah, it's mine.
Okay, dude. Okay, I didn't know that. This is your mod.
So when you go into plugins and then you go LSPDFR, and then you open up the Grammar Police folder, that folder that says let's see the single folder that says Grammar. When you open it up. And once you have everything installed, you'll see it there. It'll be the EN Pherem. And then because all you have to do is once you do that, all you have to do is just go into your INI and just change the agency code to all capitals to Pherem, and then it'll read off the folder. And then if you open up my folder and you click the default, you can go through because I didn't make a custom folder. I left the custom folder alone. I just did it all for the default. But if you go through there and you right click and open up with Notepad++, you can see all the different things that I made, and I'll do a tutorial on how to change everything. But it's super easy. Like once you get it down, you'll be adding stuff in no time. Like there's just so much that you can sky's the limit of how much stuff, as long as your Windows voice recognition whatever can recognize everything, you can pretty much put anything ever that you want.
Yeah, they have another mod on here too. I'm really interested in. It's something by Chaxel08 called Traffic Speed. It improves the AI speed in GTA 5 to be more realistic, especially in and around Sandy Shores. I'm putting this mod in my game because the thing about installing AI traffic fluidity and discipline is it's a good mod and it keeps traffic under control. But the main thing it does is it keeps it under a little bit too much control, especially
the radar doesn't work.
Gun, right?
Yeah,
I love using the radar gun.
You catch no speeders.
It's hard to get speeders. It's hard to get speeders once you install AI traffic fluidity and discipline. So this might kind of not really override it.
No.
And maybe hope it doesn't. But this is only for. He said this is going to be a long process to get every single road, and my goal is to improve traffic speed in the whole map. This one is specifically for Sandy Shores.
The Nexigo, that's the model. It's a Nexigo. Oh, what model?
Sonora Freeway, Sonora Road from Harmony to East.
I'll actually drop a link. Hold on.
Mount Hahn Road, Marlow Drive, and Baytree Canyon Road improved. Also, part of Vinewood Boulevard, and Clinton Avenue in the city is also improved. Sonora Way improved. So he's got a lot of this stuff improved already. Future update, he said, is going to be Zancudo Road, Tongva Drive, I can never say that, and West Eclipse Boulevard. I'm totally going to check this mod out and put this in my game.
Since we've been talking about XMLs, do you guys know that there's certain things that you can mod inside Ultimate Backup that'll make a huge difference inside your game? For example, when you call in a code 2, right? You can actually make it to where you can have 2 officers show up in the same vehicle, which a lot of people don't realize.
Thank you, Erica.
So if you go
and Matt West, exactly, dude. I took mine right out.
I'll bring mine off so I can read it off to you.
Drop a link. Drop a link for what, JT?
I do know in Stop the Ped that you can add with your Open IV and Stop the Ped, you can add the corner vehicle.
Right.
Jeffrey, don't you have a tutorial on that? How to add the corner vehicle?
Yep. New corner. The Chevy. It's a Chevy van with a new skin.
Is it the same one that Benzo did?
No, Benzo has a really nice truck, but
yeah, see, that's the one I want. I want to do that one,
yeah.
but you got to go in, you got to add the line your DLC list.xml. It's also a DLC pack.
You also got to change a line in your Ultimate Backup so that when you do call them, it brings that model truck in.
I gotta watch this. I'm gonna do a tutorial on that, man. I have to watch this tutorial on that.
So what's funny is mine's set up a little bit different. So mine actually,
I got you, JT.
I'll use EUP, right? So I use the EUP 9.4. However,
hey, what's up, Pig? What's going on, Pig?
To where
thanks, Matt.
I have my EUP set up to where if I use the native backup system LSPDFR, if I didn't have Ultimate Backup, they show up with the custom uniforms that I have. Also, I have mine set up to where obviously we have our uniforms show up inside the EP uniforms we're using to use that show up in Ultimate Backup. But my things are all separated out to where I don't each corner shows up for each different type of department.
There's his
Rockford Hills.
There's his XML mod right there.
Show up with their uniform, or if I'm the LSPD.
Y'all don't see my camera turning green? You don't see that flashing
with
green?
Their uniform. But what you can do is, I'll give you a quick example in your Ultimate Backup, when you go to the default region, if you go, when you go to edit with Notepad++, what you can do is what I like to do for me is I will because at the very top it'll say local patrol, SWAT patrol, and all that. I'll highlight the name of local patrol, and then I'll just go to find. I'll go to file.
Thank you.
I'll go to find.
Thank you.
And then it will take me down to the
Paradise City.
To Paradise City.
I was thinking.
I would literally too.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wherever the grass is green
and the girls are pretty. I want you, please. No, sorry.
Please stay now.
But what you can do is I have we all have custom uniforms in our EUP, but one of my custom uniforms don't work for my raincoat and everything.
Nice,
so
John. Good shit, man.
I ended up,
what's up, Rodriguez?
You're
gonna love it, John. You're gonna love it, bro.
In my uniform to false, where I just ended up removing it. But on the vehicles, if you ever go inside your XML file, any of them, whether it's the custom one or the default one, when you go to when you have your right here, it says local patrol, Los Santos City, and the PAX. So PAX 1 is your passenger. So when you have you call it a code 2, it'll see right here, it'll say PAX 1, and then PAX chance 30. There's a 30. It's 0 out of 100 chance that the backup that you call in is going to have another officer with them. So if you change that number 30 to 100. And you keep it at because it's the PAX 1 is always your passenger.
Matt West, I got a video. I got a video.
Driver. So if you were to change it to 2 and then change the PAX chance to 100, it'd be 3 people showing up. So
I got a video on new coroner and EMS outfits
instead of having
coroner and EMS outfits.
The passenger. So the PAX is basically your passenger of the backup that you're calling it. that's why like when you call in a U.S. Marshal, that's where you always see him. You see him with 2 people because it's PAX equals 1, PAX chances because it's always set to 100 for if you call like a marshal, anybody that's like code 3. That's why you always see him with 2 officers because it has to do with your PAX. And you can also too, you can go into your weapons because I ended up you know how you have your weapons, like you'll call them for code 2 and sometimes they'll show up with their web stuff. Mine is actually set up to where like I have them where they cannot use assault rifles at all. They only have their standard pistol and their stun gun, and that's it. That's when I call for a basic traffic stop. But yeah, I should actually do a tutorial. Yeah. If you matter of fact, if you I will show you real quick if you guys don't mind. If you open up your GTA 5, I feel like I'm doing a live tutorial right here. If you if you open up your main game directory, right? And then I'm assuming you guys all have Notepad++, right? And
Yep.
I'm praying that you
I do not have I use Notepad, but I don't use Notepad++.
Notepad++.
Visual Studios.
Do what?
I said I use Visual Studios. I just like the way that it looks.
But if you
I
go
do have
to
Notepad++, yes.
if you go to plugins, right, and then I forget that you guys been doing tutorials longer than me, but if you go
Hey,
to
what's
Ultimate
up,
Backup,
Stevie
right,
E?
go to the
What's good,
Ultimate
man?
Backup folder, and when you open it up and when you go to say like your default region, when you right click on it and you edit with every program that you're editing with, and then if you go to your search and you go find it, well, first thing you want to do is like when you're at the very top of your default region, you just choose whatever you want to modify. So if you want to modify local patrol, you would highlight the name, right click it, copy, and then you go to search, and then you just go to find, and then you find in, like for me, I use Notepad++, so I use find all current documents. So when I click the line that it's supposed to be at, whatever connects from Los Santos City to Los Santos City, like you can scroll down, like the first thing should be like, what is it, like vehicle, like whatever, like I have like 3 vehicles that I'll choose from. And then you have your uniforms that are right there. And then if you scroll down, you have your weapons. And for me, like my weapons, I have mine, I'll scroll down to mine here because you have your basic, because pretty much all your stuff in your default region is basically all your code 2 type stuff. But if you get down to where it says like weapons, on my where it says long guns chance equals 100, mine is changed to, I have mine set to where it says weapon _ unarmed. That way, when I call for a code 2, those guys won't be trying to show up with or won't be able to pull out an assault rifle. The only ones I ever want to show up with like an assault rifle are like my SWAT team or things like that, or like code 3 backup, And then I have all my vehicles. I went through like my whole thing. So like all my vehicles, because you can put whatever vehicle that you want. For example, my SWAT, I did this for fun. My SWAT vehicle, instead of having the standard riot vehicle, I actually ended up taking one of Blue Ghost's vehicle, his Toyota Tundra. So now my local LSPD SWAT team shows up in the Toyota Tundra instead of showing up in the riot vehicle.
Tundra,
you can put, you can put
I like that.
You can put whatever you want in there. It's just like with your custom region, like instead of always having this, LSPD standard, whatever, vehicle that you have installed in, what I end up doing is I'll look for an airport type vehicle for my DLC, because all you have to do is just go into your DLC, whatever vehicle you want, just copy the name and then just change the name and just put it all caps, so I'll just go through and I'll just look for whatever vehicle I want to put in and I'll slap it in there.
Yeah, give me a 10-piece nugget with some barbecue sauce.
Oh, I'll take one.
Actually, you know what? Give me a Big Mac.
Honestly.
Give me a Big Mac attack.
That
Give me a
sounds
Big Mac.
good.
Give me a Big Mac maybe with some fries, fresh fries, and get me like a large Coke.
Oh, jeez.
The Big Mac is my
That's your go-to?
That's my go-to, but it never fails. Like every time I get a Big Mac, because you always ask you if you want extra this and that, and I'm always like extra meat, extra cheese,
Extra everything, man.
Don't get me started,
everything.
Hash. Don't
And
get me started.
Yes, ma'am.
I always get like extra large fries and like. I think CJ can relate to this. For most of us that are older, for our older audience that can relate to this, I still to this day I get the vanilla shake and I still dip my French fries in the shake.
Oh man, yes, dude.
See, I've never done that. Never done that.
Going to Wendy's. I love going to Wendy's and getting me a Frosty and fry and dipping my fries in my Frosty.
See,
there you
I've
go.
done that.
Right there,
I
Matt.
have done that.
There you
That's
go.
Really good.
Oh, it's especially good when it's a hot day and your fries are salty. Fries gotta be salty, man. And you dip them in that Frosty, man, and just man, it's
All right,
like it's
listen,
so good.
listen. We got to wrap this up. I want to go to McDonald's.
I really do have to wrap it up because I'm gonna be eating dinner here.
Yeah,
pretty shortly.
listen. Before we go, Pherem, the floor is yours, man. Plug anything you want. What do you want to say before we take off?
I really do appreciate all of you having me here. As you know that I do, as you can all tell, I do LSPDFR tutorials. You know, the link. If I'm correct, you all have the my link in your chat.
Yep.
I don't really have too much to say because all I can think about is McDonald's. So I'm gonna go ahead and order me some McDonald's from DoorDash. You know,
I can't wait.
Hopefully this time that they'll make sure to drop it off at my door and not somebody else's door. And I will do a tutorial on the XMM files. I think I'm just going to do a full tutorial. I think I'm just going to do the whole installing Grammar Police and everything. That way people understand exactly where they need to go, you know, so they don't get confused and try to slap in my plugins and don't have a Grammar Police installed at all.
Yeah, I think I have to
So I think
reinstall
I'll
the
do a
driver,
tutorial on
JT.
both.
I think that's
Yeah,
my issue. I was just looking it up.
I'll go ahead and jump out of here. And I appreciate everybody having me here. It was really fun. Hopefully I can be a guest again sometime because I really enjoyed being here. And yeah, that's all. I don't have much more to say. So that's it for me.
Awesome, man. You don't have to jump out.
At the top of my description,
Yes.
He's linked at the very top of the descriptions, guys.
Yep.
Go check him out.
He is linked down there.
Yeah, we
Just hold tight,
appreciate
Pherem. Hold tight.
Yeah, we appreciate you being on the show, man. I guess am I doing my sign
Yeah,
off this time?
you're up for the sign off, brother.
All right, so I got the spotlight, right?
The spotlight is yours. Sing.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Pherem, thank you for being here, man. Again, ladies and gentlemen, he is linked at the top of the description. As you guys can tell, he's got a lot of knowledge on modding LSPDFR right down to manipulating the grammarpolice.xml files. So go check him out. You're going to be doing a tutorial on that real soon, right? On how to manipulate. All right.
Try to finish it out tonight.
So he's going to be doing that, guys. Go check him out. Show him some love. As always, Jeffrey Cookies, it's always great rolling with y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and be humble. See you on the next video. And we got a K9 Patrol coming out tomorrow with voiceovers. And we got some stuff coming up on CJ Forums this week. So, guys, stay tuned. Oh, the walk-around vlog of the new game station will be up tomorrow as well. So, I'll see y'all.
Yeah, we want to see it now. Sang. Sorry.
I'm going to edit tonight. Peace.
Later, everybody. Peace.
Deep inside, you wanna cry. Deep inside, you wanna cry. Deep inside, you wanna cry.